John Myra Stepp, January 22nd, 1850 to March 9th, 1955. With shrewd intelligence, determination, and decency, John was the optimistic-minded son and property of slaveholder Joseph Stepp. John's mother, Myra, born circa 1825, was also enslaved by Joseph. John was dubbed Myra's John. As a young boy, John recalled carrying water to other enslaved people, working in the fields during the sweltering summers, and clanging the bell to signal meal time and quitting time. When John was roughly 15, word of Emancipation Proclamation reached North Carolina, and he proclaimed his freedom and adopted the name John Myra. Though John was illiterate, he could count money to the red cent and sign his name. Armed with little more than natural entrepreneurship and his word, which was said to be as good as gold, he conducted business with a handshake. He raised superior livestock and crops and sold his fruits, vegetables, and dairy products to tourists at the area assemblies, as well as at the resorts and hotels in Black Mountain. Following the end of the Civil War, John Myra had a succession of back-breaking jobs to make a living for his family. He worked as a farmhand, which brought in a paltry 40 cents per day. He also drove a mule cart, hauling away dirt as men bored the 1,820 feet long and 123 feet deep Swannanoa Tunnel for the railroad. John Myra saw faint glimmers of light at the end of the tunnel. He was determined to excel. John became the neighborhood veterinarian, a skill he learned from a local doctor. With his earnings as a vet, he was able to purchase land in Black Mountain. And soon, John Myra began to turn a profit. Once, he bought a tract for $85, strategically cut it into lots, and sold them for $500 each. John Myra eventually purchased land in Montreat, where he settled with his family on a farm. He owned 10 houses. Some he rented to both black and white tenants, and others were occupied by family members. John garnered a reputation for helping others, doling out food that he had grown on his farm, and providing shelter to tenants who oftentimes couldn't pay rent. He was determined that all of his children and countless others receive a formal education, something he lacked. Around 1886, Stepp funded the Flat Creek Road School, the first school in Black Mountain for African American students. He was named an honorary member of the school committee in Black Mountain.